All right, Scott, it's 9:05. There is a better chance that TikTok will no longer be allowed in the United States as of next week. This comes after the Supreme Court just ruled this morning it is upholding the law requiring TikTok's China-based parent company to sell it by Sunday or face being banned in the U.S. The court says the risk to national security overcomes concerns about limiting speech by the app or its users. President-elect Donald Trump had called on the court to keep the ban on hold until after he takes office on Monday. He has said he will, quote, save TikTok, but it's unclear what exactly he would do. So we know our users have a lot of questions about this morning, and here to talk about the legal implications and what it means going forward, we have attorney Josh Kolsrud with us this morning. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, let's start. What is this all about, this back and forth?
Yeah, sure. So the Supreme Court made it clear last Friday during oral arguments that they weren't buying TikTok's First Amendment arguments, that for them, this was an issue of national security. And Justice John Roberts even made it clear that, you know, during the Cold War, you wouldn't expect the Russians to be allowed to own ABC or NBC or CBS. And that's kind of how the court is approaching this situation, because they view China as an adversary. So they don't want to necessarily ban the content. They want to change ownership. And that's why President Trump has done an about-face. And what I mean by that is, you know, TikTok has 170 million users. It's vast, and the vast majority of the users are young people. And what Trump wants to do is he would prefer that TikTok sell the company to somebody who's friendly to him, like Elon Musk. Now, the reason why I say Elon Musk is that the Wall Street Journal reported on Tuesday that, you know, in a prearranged question and answer session with the Communist Party, that the only person that they would be able to stomach selling TikTok to was Elon Musk.
Why do you think that is?
Well, Elon Musk has a huge presence in China. Tesla recently came out with numbers, and the Tesla automobile, the EV automobile, the Tesla S series, was the highest selling automobile in China for that type of car. So, you know, he's always spoken highly of the different communist officials, and he has a very good relationship there. So that's, and not only that, but, you know, China wants to kind of have a good relationship as best as possible with Trump. And if they could give him something like this at the very beginning of his inauguration, you know, that would go a long way. So
what do you think, in your expertise and experience, when you see a legal battle like this playing out, what do you think is going to happen next?
So the law that was enacted in April allows the president, either Biden or Trump, to stay enforcing the law for 60 to 90 days. So Biden has already said that he's not going to enforce the law, which goes into effect on Sunday. Trump, his inauguration is on Monday, and it's very likely that he is going to delay enforcing the law for 60 to 90 days. And what this does is it'll allow TikTok, the Chinese party, and Trump to try to come to some sort of deal about who the ownership will be.
So the saga is not over yet?
Not over yet.
Is it a coincidence that this deadline happens to just be one day before inauguration?
Well, it's not a coincidence. I mean, I think that the Biden administration was very clever, because when you cut off access to a very popular app for 170 million people, you know, the Biden administration would prefer that the blame goes on Trump. And it might go to Trump depending on what happens.
Yeah. It's interesting how politics kind of plays into this.
Yeah, politics is everywhere.
Everywhere, I know.
Yep.
You can't get away. Josh, thank you so much.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it.
You made that very digestible, easy to understand. We know the legal jargon, it can get confusing.
Sure.
So thank you for breaking it down for us. Back to you, Scott.
All right, guys, thank you.